Hey gang, straight from JTech and welcome to another JTech video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a response to the video I posted a few months back about my iPhone problem and why I don't really relate to iPhones. And I'm going to do a response to that video highlighting my problems with what will obviously be my main daily driver OS, which is Android. And well, this is my Android problem, or my Android problems. Let's begin with just Android in general. The operating system for so many years has come through leaps and bounds and delivered some of the best and most innovative technology we've seen in quite a while. And Android phones have become such a heavyweight in industry, from Google's Pixel line to the Samsung Galaxy line and many phones coming from the Far East, from Xiaomi and OnePlus, Oppo, Vivo, Huawei. There are just so many Android phones, and that is where my problem lies. There's just too many Android phones, just way too many Android phones for way too many markets. If you saw my video, a video I did on why the S10 Lite and the Note 10 Lite are unnecessary phones, you could see that this is what hinders a very big part of Android OS. And I'm going to get to that later, but the fact is there are just too many phones from too many OEMs, too many producers. But when it comes to Android and how mature it's become, it's gone to a point where it doesn't necessarily, your phone you have right now doesn't necessarily need to get the latest and greatest versions. When the Play Store has apps that close that gap, I mean, someone that's using Android Oreo or even Android Nougat could download an app easily on the Play Store and it would just work perfectly. And the problem that I have with that is there'll be a lot of fragmentation, and there's just a lot of, the fact is there's so many phones to develop for. OEMs will just give up and just give you base versions, and this is where Instagram, Snapchat, whoever still uses Snapchat, comes in. Android phone cameras have become so nearly goddamn perfect to a point where you can't even tell the difference. You can barely tell the difference between an iPhone camera and an Android camera, even getting close to DSLR levels. But when it comes to social media, like visual social media like Instagram, and to a certain extent Facebook and Snapchat stories or whatever they're called, the disparity is quite large. I know Pixel phones and Galaxy S and Note phones have a certain preference, but when it comes to the mid-range devices, which is what a majority of people around the world own, the camera quality is lacking. You can have, say, the Galaxy A51, which was one of the best mid-range phones to come out of 2020, with a fantastic camera array and everything going for it. The cameras that the image quality that you see on Instagram is just, it's so different. And then you compare it to the iPhone SE, which is the same camera array as that of the iPhone 8, which in turn is the same as iPhone 10, and you know how well those cameras did in 2017. There's just, it's disheartening to do this. I know Google opened up Camera 2 API to allow developers to install or to use the camera to its full strength instead of just taking a screenshot and cropping it and then using the very low quality image as your story. But as far as I am concerned, it's not really enough. It's not enough for Google to just do this. You could blame it on the OEM, you could blame it on Google, you can blame it on the developer, but at the end of the day, these disparities in quality shouldn't be happening. I personally, I don't post a lot of social media stories, but usually I just take a video from the main video recorder and then upload it to Instagram, and that's all I do. I like using the native Instagram camera app, but I'm just hoping it gets better with time, with future software updates. Another problem I have with Android phones is the fact that there are just too many from each manufacturer. Like Samsung. I'm just gonna break this down to, say, Samsung, Xiaomi, and Huawei, because these are like the big three. Samsung has got four series of phones available. You have the flagship S series, the premium flagship Note series, and then you have the mid-range A series and the online-only mid-range M series as well. We could say entry level. And in those very categories, you have so many phones. In the S series line, we have the S20 Ultra, the S20 Plus, the regular S20. In the Note series, up until the Note 20 comes out, we have the Note 10, the Note 10 Plus, the Note 10 5G, And then when it comes to the A series, where do I begin? So many phones to keep up with, and this is where updates are neglected to a point where someone who got, say, a Galaxy S10 last year is going to miss out on getting Android 12 next year. Yeah, Android 12 next year, because Android 11 is going to be the last update. But say you buy a phone, a much cheaper $300 phone, like an example here, the Galaxy A31, it's going to get Android 12 because it came out with Android 10. It's going to get Android 12. But the Galaxy S10, which cost like $800 on launch, is just going to cap at Android 11. There's just so many disparities with how Samsung does this. That's literally 1,000 phones a year from like 10 to 20 manufacturers, and updates are always fudged. And one thing that bugs me about Android phones, and this is just for manufacturers in general, guys, you guys have done so much wonderful technology, you've brought so much wonderful innovation to our industry, but please, just word of advice. You are not Apple. You will never be Apple. Stop trying hard to be like Apple. Be your own innovator. Be your own imitator. Learn from your previous mistakes and improve your devices. Stop trying to copy Apple at every turn. I remember when the notch came out on the iPhone 10, everyone was putting a notch on, their phone, and it never made any sense, because on the iPhone you get why the notch was there. It was there to hide the infrared sensor and the motion capture technology behind that for Face ID. Everyone just put a notch expecting, like, hell, if it looks like an iPhone 10, it's gonna sell like an iPhone 10. And again, with the whole removing of the headphone jack and all that stuff, and now with iPhone 12 coming in, we're going back to the whole, glass block iPhone 4, iPhone 5S, iPhone 5 type design, or should I say the iPad Pro type design. We're gonna get rid of, we're going to see goodbye to curved screens, which people seem to hate for some reason. We're going to say goodbye to, beautiful round shaped, pebble shaped phone. We're going to go back to, the square box digging into my palms. Like, guys, you are not Apple. Okay, there's only one company that produces the iPhone, only one company that produces iOS. Stop trying hard to be that. Do your own thing. Make your own phone. Make your own innovation. You can borrow a few things. It's not wrong. Look at iOS 14. iOS 14 bit the hell off of Android. And that's not a bad thing. If you just bite a few things off, like, software updates, consistent software updates and everything, you guys are in the right path. But do your own thing, Don't do everything that Apple does. It hurts me to see these billion-dollar companies, these billion-dollar corporations trying to copy Apple, knowing full well that no one's going to buy this stuff because there's literally only one Apple. And there has to be only one Samsung, only one Google, only one Huawei, only one OnePlus, only one Xiaomi and Oppo and Vivo and all that. Do your own thing and do it well, and people will love you for it. If you're going to bite off of a company, people hate you and people think that you're an insecure person. I know everyone says imitation is a form of flattery, but when it comes to the Android space, especially when it comes to users or manufacturers from the Far East, it's very, very honestly beautiful. And with the way the iPhone 12 is going, we're going to see phones like the Huawei SNP6 come back to the fore, and we're going to say goodbye to curved screens. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. Those were my problems with Android in general. What are your problems with Android? Always leave them in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Just let me know. We're going to have a discussion in the comments. Thank you guys once again for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. It's been Jay from JTech. Talk to you guys next time.